Hi, I'm Rob with the Rob Jensen Company, here today with step number 3 in the home buying process, which is to buy the house. Okay, so remember, we started with step 1, which is choose your real estate agent. Step 2 is begin your home search, and step 3 is buy. Okay, so you've been looking, maybe it's been 1 week, maybe it's been 4 months, and now you found the home that you want to buy. Okay, so what you got to do is put in an offer. So here's just some tips on putting in that offer and, having a good shot at getting it accepted. First and foremost, everyone's got that story about that friend that got that great deal and, it was just this smoking buy and they lowballed somebody and, a lot of those stories are baloney. But anyways, I find it pretty common that most buyers want to see how good of a deal they can get. So sit down with your agent, go over the comps, go over what's going on in that market. Is there high demand and low supply? Are homes selling fast? And come up with what you feel is a strategic and good offer in that sense. Just to lowball somebody is a waste of time, and you may just not only piss off the seller, but lose the house to somebody else that was actually a little more serious. So if you actually really like the home and are interested in buying the home, then pay a little more attention to the comps in the market and what your realtor may have to say, and get that offer in. Make it a strong, clean offer. Make sure you've got your proof of funds and your pre-approval letter and all that stuff put together, which hopefully you had put together long before you got started looking. And put all that together. Maybe the homeowner's living in that house and you might offer to give them a week or 2 to move out. Whatever that is, make it a clean offer. And just know that, hey, if that seller, they might accept your offer, which would be great. And if they don't, they might counter you. My recommendation here is, once you get into a negotiation, is do your best to stay at the table and try not to get too emotional. I've seen deals fall apart and not quite make it to the finish line that I think they would have had the buyer and seller communicated just a little bit more. 2 other last tips that I think that can really go a long way in getting, improving your chances of getting your offer accepted is step 1, putting together something a little personal to submit with your offer. It's very common that home sellers, albeit they want that best price, that the highest number possible, a lot of them are very proud, and have these emotional ties to their home, and they really want someone else that's going to enjoy it as much as they did. So, I've seen letters come across written by the home buyer's dog. It has a picture of their dog sharing about, what they like about the house and everything, and just things that are sort of cute, or maybe it's a picture of your family, or even your cars and how much they're going to love the garage. But just something to sort of try and establish a little bit more of a connection to where that homeowner might give you the edge over others, maybe in a bidding war, or just might that be a little bit more happy to sell to you. So if you're comfortable with that, put together something a little more personal from you, the buyer, and then the other tip is, I hope that your real estate agent will go the extra mile to do their best to present your offer to the seller in person, if not over the phone in a conference call with their agent, in worst case scenario, directly to their agent. Because once again, it's common that sometimes homes aren't priced right because that seller is just not aware of the market and their agent didn't do a good job of showing them what's going on in the market. One way or the other, your agent represents you, the buyer, and they know your story the best, and they're going to do the best job presenting your case to the seller. Remember, the listing agent represents the seller, so they kind of are in an awkward position to sit there and try and explain to their client why they should take your price that's less than their list price. So to recap, you're submitting your offer and you want to get it accepted. So you're going to write a strong offer, obviously with your pre-approval letter or proof of funds if you're paying cash. Hey, if you're comfortable, submit something personal along with it, or why you think you'd be the best person to get the home. Obviously, you're going to do your best to hopefully get your agent to submit that offer in person, or ask them to, or ask them if they will. And once you're negotiating, once again, try and stay at the table, communicate, keep that dialogue open, and remember the big picture here. Remember your goals that you had on why you set out looking for a new home originally. Whether it was for, have that pool, your own pool for your summertime barbecues, or that, 5th bedroom or a downstairs master. Whatever it is, try and keep in mind the big picture here, which is ultimately how life's gonna be bigger, better, happier, when you move and when you get this new home. So, obviously, yeah, the price and the terms have got to be right, but try not to get too hung up on the details and get too emotional, and then best of luck.